bombing and strafing mission to carry out, and they went over there and hit their target. But this time the Germans had some anti-aircraft gun and were shooting at them and everything just like that.
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't. He still, after after it was all over, he stayed back to take the pictures and assess the damage for the intelligence.
Yeah.
So so when he did that, and then he started back for his base, there again, he said everything was going along pretty good.
Yeah. Isn't that always how it is?
And then
suddenly.
He looked up in his rear view mirror.
Relax.
Oh boy. And he said there was a stack of these German 109s.
Oof.
There were 5 of them, I think. And he said they were just stacked up right behind him. And he said I didn't have, after my strafing run to take pictures, he said I didn't have anything left in the guns. I didn't have anything, a rocket, I didn't have anything to shoot with.
Yeah.
I was completely out of ammunition.
Jeez.
So he said, I just sort of hunkered down in the seat real low. And kept watching that rear view mirror. And he said pretty soon, well, I saw one of them's wing go up. And he gained a little bit of altitude, and here he came right down behind me. And said he just made a strafing run at me.
Man.
And he just said, man, I could hear the bullets hitting my airplane. And he said, I waited until it was all over, and then I looked back, and here came the next one.
Oh, jeez.
And he said, and so here I got another deep seat in the saddle. And he said the more they would shoot, the more I could hear these shells hitting.
Yeah.
And the more damage I could see being done to my plane.
Yeah.
And he said after about 5 of the, he said after all 5 of them had made their runs at me and taken their best shot at me, just virtually destroyed the airplane that I was flying.
Wow.
Except that the airplane that I was flying was still flying.
Yeah.
And so the Germans were just impressed by that, apparently. And they were a bunch of the old school fellas, so
Sure.
good sports.
Right.
And so he said, sure enough, he said that German flight commander said he just pulled up alongside me, and we were wingtip to wingtip. And he said I was scooted down in that seat so far, said all he could see was my eyes over the edge of the cockpit. And he said this guy was so close to me, he said I could see, he said he was wearing a red silk scarf. So we always wore white. And he said he pulled in there close, and he looked over at me and he grinned. And he said, and then he
popped a salute on him. Yeah.
popped a salute on him.
Yeah.
And at that point he said, if I could have gotten my service pistol out, and I had the cockpit open, he said I could have. He said I would have emptied the whole chamber out.
Yeah. Oh man.
And he said I think I might have hit him too.
Yeah. Wow.
But I didn't. And he said at first place I was having to use both hands on the stick.
Oh, I'm sure.
To hold the
to hold
airplane in the air.
up. Yeah, yeah.
And so
Wow.
he said after that, but he said when that cocky son of a bitch threw that salute at me like that, he said I would have liked to have blown his damn head off.
Oh Lord.
And he said,
Well, you could take that either way.
yeah.
Didn't hit him just right.
No, not flying in his busted up airplane. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Uh-uh.